We decided to do this particular bill in 2-week bites. And so today we will continue with the testimony both for and against the bill. I did want to just review a couple of things, a couple of housekeeping issues. I know that sometimes there can be some question about how these things work. So I will just mention to you, if you have the intention to videotape today, you are welcome to do so. We do need to have you fill out one of these if you're going to videotape. And if you are going to videotape, you will need to do that from your own person. In other words, we actually like the idea of having our committee meetings videotaped. What we don't like is the idea of the equipment taking up more room than a private citizen would take up. So if you can get your videotaping done without a tripod, and if you can get your videotaping done without blocking other citizens, then you're welcome to do so as long as you've filled out the form. But we are not going to have tripods in this committee hearing. We're not going to have tripods that would block other people. We're just simply not going to have a situation where people cannot see the proceedings because someone else is videotaping. So I think that's all the housekeeping issues. What we will do, it looks like we've got a pretty healthy crowd. I would suspect there are people to speak both in favor and against. And so we will try to give equal time to both sides. We are going to exec on this bill today, so we do need to have some time to do that. Let me ask, so that we can try to calculate appropriate times, how many folks do we have that intend to testify in favor of the bill? If you're going to testify in favor, if you would raise your hand until I've counted you. Okay, those who would be speaking against, if you would raise your hand until I count. All right, and those that would speak for informational purposes only. All right, very good. Oh, informational purposes only?
Not in favor, just information.
Right, so neither for nor against, just for informational purposes only. Okay, very good. And what we will do is we'll go back and forth. We'll have a proponent and an opponent, proponent, opponent. We will do that in very short bites. So what I would suggest to the people who are maybe not first or second in line, if you're a little further down the line, then you might want to pay particular attention to what those who are on the same side of the issue as you, what they have already said, and be careful not to repeat what has already been said, because it looks like we are going to go about 3 minutes of testimony per person. So if you have long, exhaustive notes, you may want to get your pen out now and kind of edit those a little bit. We will be using a timer. Each person will be allowed 3 minutes. So if we could have the first person to testify in favor of the bill, and it doesn't matter to me who comes first from that crowd, but let's have the first. Are you speaking in favor, sir?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're right there close. Let's just start with you. And,
No chance to get nervous or over it.
well.